Let's look at some games to watch this weekend, and let's start with a game that has never mattered. They've played a lot of times, and they have never both been good at the same time. I'm talking about Illinois and Indiana. Number 9 Illini going to visit the number 19 Hoosiers in Bloomington Saturday. I'm going to be at that game, and the answer is October 28th, 1950. The question is, have these teams ever met when they were both ranked? And that's when, 75 years ago. That's the only time. That tells you about the peaks and valleys, mostly valleys, that these two programs have traveled through. But I think they're both really good teams this year. They have been dominant. They haven't really played great schedules, but Illinois did win at Duke by 26 points. Indiana's played no one. But I think this is shaping up to be a really good and important game in terms of the pecking order in the Big Ten. Who's settling in there maybe behind Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon for that fourth spot. And the Hoosiers were a controversial inclusion in last year's playoff. I thought they deserved to be in. And I say watch out for them Saturday at home there, as we get the rare time when the nation's eyes will turn to a game between these two teams. Other game of note is a noon kickoff Eastern, 10 a.m. Rocky Mountain time. Texas Tech at Utah. Number 17 Red Raiders, number 16 Utes. Winner of this perhaps goes to the head of the class in the Big 12. Wide open league, lots still to happen there, but they've both been very impressive to start here. This is the big Texas Tech NIL revenue experiment, where they have thrown a ton of money at football competitiveness. They signed a lot of power conference level players, SEC level, Big Ten level guys, and brought them in for this year. They're 3-0, but they haven't played anyone yet. Do they have what it takes to go beat a Utah team that, other than last year's blip, generally speaking, is in the hunt for whatever conference championship they're playing in? They made a great pickup in quarterback Devin Dampier from New Mexico, brought along his offensive coordinator as well, and they are a much more explosive team than they have been. So those two games kind of highlight the schedule, but there's some other teams that are undefeated that still have something to prove, in my opinion. Michigan at Nebraska. Cornhuskers are undefeated, but other than a de facto home game against Cincinnati that was very close, haven't played anybody. Do the Cornhuskers have what it takes to be a competitor in the Big Ten? Michigan State at USC, both unbeaten, both relatively unchallenged. Michigan State had a close game against Boston College. USC won on the road against Purdue. Who's ready to step up there in the Coliseum in that game? And then Iowa at Rutgers, another Big Ten game there. Rutgers is 3-0, but they're 2-0 against the MAC and 1-0 against the FCS. So talk about a team that hadn't played anybody yet. That would be the Scarlet Knights going up against an Iowa team that, shockingly, struggling offensively, but pretty darn good defense as well. Then one other game I was interested in, Arkansas at Memphis. Razorbacks coming off a tough loss at Mississippi, have to go on the road again against a neighborhood rival of sorts. They don't play a lot, but believe me, in the city of Memphis, there's a lot of Arkansas fans and graduates, and they jaw quite a bit with Memphis fans and graduates. So bragging rights on the line there. Tigers are undefeated, but again, fall in the category not much challenge so far. If they get this win, they jump very much into that college football playoff group of 6 contender ranks.